You know, building apps with large language models is probably the most exciting thing happening in tech right now. But, and it's a big but, it's also incredibly challenging. Today, we're going to break down LangSmith, a platform that's designed to bring some serious order to the chaos of building production-ready AI.
We've all been there, right? You ask your AI assistant the same question twice, and you get two totally different answers. Well, that unpredictability, that randomness, it's not just some funny little quirk. It's the single biggest headache for developers trying to build AI tools you can actually rely on.
And that right there brings us to the heart of the problem. See, building with LLMs is nothing like traditional software engineering. It's more like working with a black box. I mean, you can see what goes in and you see what comes out, but everything that happens in between is often a complete mystery.
And this difference is, well, it's everything. Think about it. Regular code is totally predictable. 1 + 1 will always equal 2. No surprises. LLMs, though, they're playing a different game. It's all about probabilities, making educated guesses. And because of that, all our old ways of testing and debugging, they're pretty much useless here.
So this black box problem, it creates this massive domino effect. Your outputs change when you don't expect them to. AI agents that have to do multiple things in a row can just fail, and the whole process gets derailed. And good luck trying to figure out where your money is going or why your app is suddenly so slow. You're flying blind. It's a huge challenge, no matter how you slice it.
So how in the world do you build anything on such shaky ground? Well, you need a totally new kind of foundation, a new rulebook. And this is exactly where a tool like LangSmith comes into play, designed from the ground up to be the operational backbone for this new world of AI development. So what is LangSmith? Well, to put it simply, it's like the Swiss Army knife for building with LLMs. It handles the entire lifecycle of an application. And maybe the best part, it's framework-agnostic. That's just a fancy way of saying it works great with the super popular LangChain frameworks, but it also gets along with pretty much any other setup a developer wants to use.
I love this metaphor, the operational backbone. It's just perfect, right? A backbone gives you structure, it gives you support, and it connects everything together. And that's precisely the goal here. LangSmith aims to be that fundamental support system that lets you take a really cool idea from a prototype all the way to a rock-solid product that people actually trust.
Okay, so that all sounds great in theory, but how does it actually get a handle on all that chaos we were just talking about? Well, it all boils down to 4 key ideas, 4 pillars of control.
So you've got trace, debug, evaluate, and monitor. It's a really simple, powerful loop. Tracing lets you see what's happening, which then lets you debug with pinpoint accuracy. Evaluating brings some much-needed engineering discipline to the whole thing, and monitoring keeps you on top of it all once your app is out in the wild.
All right, let's start with the foundation of everything, tracing. Think of it like getting an X-ray of your AI's brain, its thought process. LangSmith logs every single thing that happens, from the moment you type in a prompt to the final word it spits out. And get this, it does all of this without slowing your app down.
And once you have that X-ray, everything changes. You're not just guessing what went wrong anymore, you can actually see it. You can follow the exact chain of events, check out every prompt and response, and find the exact moment an agent took a wrong turn or got stuck in a loop. Suddenly, debugging isn't some dark art. It's a science.
Okay, so finding bugs is one thing, but how do you make sure the AI is actually any good? How do you maintain quality? This is where LangSmith's evaluation framework comes in, and it's a game changer. It lets you test your app against sets of data, and this is huge. You can even plug in feedback from real humans to create this awesome cycle of continuous improvement.
And this brings me to one of my absolute favorite features, something they call LLM-as-Judge. You can literally write a prompt in plain English, like the one you see here, and have another AI grade your app's answers. Is it helpful? Is it concise? Is it, cliché? It's a totally revolutionary way to put quality control on autopilot.
All right, so the features sound amazing, but what about the real world? Does this stuff actually make a difference? Let's check out a couple of case studies to see what the impact really is. First up, a company called Factory. They had really strict security requirements, but they also needed to see what their AI was doing. By using LangSmith, they got their feedback loop on autopilot and literally doubled how fast they could develop. That's a huge win.
Or check this out. New Computer, the creators of an AI assistant called Dot. They use those evaluation tools we just talked about to seriously level up their AI's memory.
And wow, the results were just staggering. You can see it right here.
They got a 50% boost in recall. That means the AI remembered what it was supposed to. And a 40% jump in precision, meaning the memories it pulled up were way more accurate. I mean, those aren't small improvements. Those are massive, measurable gains.
Now, to be fair, LangSmith isn't the only game in town. When you put it next to open-source options like LangFuse or more specialized tools like Helicone, LangSmith really stakes its claim as that one-stop shop, that batteries-included platform that handles the entire development lifecycle.
So, what's next? Where is all of this headed? Well, the cool thing is, LangSmith isn't just focused on solving the problems we have today, they're already looking ahead to what's coming down the pike in AI development.
In that next wave, it's all about way more complex systems. We're talking about multiple AI agents all working together on a single task, with humans jumping in to steer them when needed. And the LangChain team is already on it. They're building mind-blowing features like time travel debugging, which lets you, I'm not kidding, literally rewind an agent's actions and correct them. It's wild.
Okay, let's boil this all down. If you remember nothing else, remember these 3 things. 1. LangSmith finally gives us the visibility we need to tame that AI black box. 2. It brings some serious engineering discipline into this messy, probabilistic world. And 3, it all just means we can build better, more trustworthy AI, and we can do it a whole lot faster. And that kind of leaves us with this one big question to think about. As these AI agents get more and more powerful and become a bigger part of our daily lives, being able to see what they're doing, to understand it, and to fix it when it goes wrong, well, that's not just some nice feature for developers anymore. It becomes the absolute bedrock of trust. And in the end, that might be the most important thing any of us are building.